One dude I left stay in my crib. We fought a few times actually.
God damn.
Yeah, like first time we fought a few times. Like we fought, like I won both times. So let this man in my crib again, chilling. He goes to leave. This nigga stalks the shit out of me and tries to run away.
Welcome to the Medium Ghetto Podcast with your host Jamar. Today we got Rodney in the house.
What's up, sir?
What's going on, my guy? So how long has it been since we've seen each other?
I don't think we've seen each other since like 8th grade graduation, for real, man.
Oh my God, 8th grade graduation. I don't think that graduation counts as a graduation.
That shit was like improv.
It was like improv, man.
Wait, practice nothing. That shit just happened.
Yeah, we just like, alright, get you. Did we even get a diploma or something?
I don't think so.
I think they just said congratulations, you going to high school.
We walked in that gym, they gave us a cap.
Just sit down. That was the ghettoest thing ever,
Hell
man.
yeah.
So, with that being said, like, today's topic is going to be, stop being nice because you're throwing yourself under the bus. We're going to talk about what it does, how it happened, why it happens, what's the mindset of it, and some of our situations where it has pretty much nearly ruined our lives, you know what I mean? Because, like, a lot of times people say, oh, yeah, you too nice. And then they get mad when you're not nice.
Exactly.
It's yourself. I need to take advantage of somebody real quick.
Right.
Let me pull up the first point right here, right? So being well-mannered can be faked in a disguise of being nice. It is an acceptable practice. And what that means is this, right? When you're too nice, like being nice is such an acceptable practice, we don't realize we're doing it. When you're being nice and people say, hey, yo, I need you to be nice, they're really telling you, I need you to go in an environment where you can't be yourself.
Exactly.
And like when you're in this environment, you at the cookout, you at the job, they're literally saying they don't trust you in being yourself because you may not meet public approval. So why in the first place are you even there?
Man, I don't even know. Like, to me, I don't like being somewhere where I can't be myself. I can't be. If you gotta say, oh, be nice somewhere, like I don't want to be there. Or there's so and so's over there. Be nice.
Exactly. Like, what, you can't be yourself now?
I got an aunt who said she just like they all like the whole family say this about her. Oh, be nice. There she goes. That's especially my sister. Oh, she there. Be nice. And my sister like a lot of times she don't go. She don't want. She knows she's gonna be there.
Damn.
Because like it's a level of uncomfortability that she makes a lot of people feel. Whether it be my mom, like she made a whole rumor up about my sister and my mom being in jail for the PPP scam.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. She told one aunt, but luckily she knew better like to just take her word for it. So she called her another aunt, and she was like, "Hell no, it ain't happening. She at the house right now."
Yo, let's go back to the PPP loans. You think that was a scam or a fraud?
I don't know, man. I'm starting to wish I did that shit for real. Ain't nobody in jail.
I did. That's what I'm asking. So the PPP loan was for gig workers or even like business people, right? Yeah. Who were harmed in it. So it was giving you the money that you lost, and it was also giving you the money that you needed for supplies so you can run your business.
Exactly.
It will give you in between. So they were making you pay like, I think it was like a 60% had to go to supplies and stuff, and then I think the rest could go in your pocket.
Right. So
they literally let you keep like 40% of this, told you the rest go to your business. Yeah. That's the easiest thing you can do.
Yeah. I wish I could have started me an LLC. And I mean,
you didn't even need an LLC. So here's the crazy part: you could be a sole proprietor. I remember I was helping everybody get one. You can be a sole proprietor, which means you don't got LLC. You just you're paying underneath your social. You can have a business underneath your social. Oh, wow. So a lot of people did it that way, and they got it done. Man. They got the money, and everybody was like, I don't know, I don't want to go to jail. And in my mind, I was like, y'all are stupid. Y'all didn't read about this.
I wish I did that shit for real, man. Like,
that's what everybody wanted approval. So you tell somebody you got it, like, oh, you going to jail.
Right. I ain't get none of them benefits from COVID. I had to work the whole time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I did? Right? So I was at my job is now like, my old job is like 5 minutes from here. And I realized that people were making like $3,600 a month without going to work. Right. So what I did was I quit it. I got my $3,600 and everyone else was making like $2,000. Guess what? How much I worked? None. I was drinking Henny at 8 a.m.
Ain't nothing wrong, Dave. Because my job fucked me over as soon as that shit was done too. Like,
yo, it's like we don't need these workers no more.
Especially in my specific job, I was working at BJ's. A lot of people were shopping from home they didn't want to come into the store, so I'm out picking stuff off the floor, shipping it to them. So once that slowed down a little bit, people started coming out more. They shut the whole shit down. Like, they ain't even put me in a different position. They was like, oh yeah, well, we good. I'm like, damn, I ain't getting no stimulus, none of that. I ain't get.
He was being too nice.
Way too nice, man. If I could go back.
Nah, I would have never went. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't. Let's go to the next one. It says, in a bid to appear nice, we shelf our true selves and try to adopt an identity that pleases everyone. So, keywords, adopt, identity. So, when somebody's too nice, they really trying to not be themselves, but adopt the identity that pleases everybody. And the circumstance, depending on the circumstance of the person's need, you're going to have to fit a different identity.
I've done that 20 times, man. Like, I didn't understand about myself back then. I have a social battery, so I can't, eventually, we can chill all day, but eventually I got to go. You got to go, wherever we at.
One of us got to go.
Yeah. So I'm letting people stay at my crib, They can't find a ride home, I'm letting them stay. That's cool. You can stay. Like, whole time I'm drained. I can't take it no more. So I'm hurting myself trying to please everybody else. I've given my dinner to people.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Like, you gave whole steaks.
Oh, hell no, I ain't gonna steak.
I'm about to say. I was like, yo, they took your lunch?
Yeah, man. I give them, like, here, you can have this. You don't got no dinner, so. Because my mom will cook for who lived there, so she'd make enough for me, my brother, my sister, my dad, herself. So I'm giving my portion because you ain't got nothing to eat. So I'm hurting myself. I'm making me hungry or not eating as good as I could have eaten to please everybody else because you staying here. I'm doing that to please you. I thought I was being a good host, but for real, I'm just hurting myself.
Yeah, you're right. So you don't think they can provide they shouldn't have been able to provide for themselves?
I mean, shit, they could have ate the peanut butter and jelly or the cereal or whatever quick meal I had to whip up for myself. You
don't think you shouldn't have gave them nothing? Like, they grown adults, right?
Easy.
So they came over here planning not to eat, or where do you think they come over the crib if they didn't have no food?
Like, this is
what
did
they plan to eat that day? That's what I'm asking.
We about 18, 19 then. So, like, a lot of my friends, my crib was kind of the chill spot, so we would chill in my crib, smoke, whatever we're doing, like. And where I was living at the time, they didn't have no public transportation, so if you don't drive, you stuck.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Where was this at?
In Oxford, PA. Like, it's like horse and buggies and shit out there, So, if you don't drive, you don't have a car, you kind of stuck. So, if they waited too long to get home, end up having to stay at my crib, so I'm like, yeah, you had this, you had that, do whatever. But,
we are all out of high school?
Yeah, it's like a year or two.
How long did they do that for?
Well, eventually I started working different hours, so I'm not home this time, so I'll be going 3:30, so if I'm not home, I don't know where they'd be. I don't know where they at by then. But I started setting boundaries, man. Like, yeah, you can chill, but you can't say, you gotta go home. Y'all draining me, kind of. I don't understand that now. I understand a lot better now, though. Yeah, my social battery was, I had a very low social battery.
Yeah, I got a social battery, too. Like, people don't understand. Like, I go from smiles and giggles, and then, one moment, it's just, bitch face.
Exactly.
I got rested nigga face, but, it's wild to think about. I look so mean when my social battery's drained. I look so mean. People like, yo, you don't even look nice. You good? You okay?
Exactly.
And I was nah, I just don't want to talk to nobody no more. Y'all here too long. It's past 9 p.m. I'm trying. First, I was supposed to spend some time by myself to watch TV, enjoy myself. Another thing, being too nice does, you need you time. And when you be too nice, people try to occupy your time when you need time for you.
Exactly.
And they don't count for the time you've been at work. They don't count for the time you've been with your kids. They don't count for the times where you were just giving yourself and you need to recharge yourself. When you're being too nice, people take from your time.
Yeah, and that'll drain you even more and make you more exhausted. If you wake up in the morning, don't feel recharged or none of that because you didn't get your time.
Exactly. And also, being nice, we shelf our true selves, you know what I mean? Try to adopt the identity someone wants and it pleases everybody. I think I said this before, when you please everybody, you're giving up yourself, what happens is, depending on the circumstances, they're going to want you to be a different person.
Exactly. They want you to be their version of you. Exactly. But you got to show your true self. You just got to set boundaries sometimes. You got to say no. Can I hold this? Can I hold that? Can I do this? Can I do that? Let me hold your Xbox. The fuck?
You don't got an Xbox?
An Xbox.
You start to realize, all right, we keep getting those friends. It's because you being too nice. And when you be too nice, you don't got enough boundaries. You're not making enough room for the right friends.
Exactly.
So now you got a bunch of bums sitting there, you chilling with you, and just taken from you, and it's no one's fault but yours because you being too nice. And when you be too nice, you're not being yourself, and therefore the people that really will flock to you will never flock to you, and y'all don't resonate because they don't know no one knows who the real you is yet.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. Like some of my friends, they were all. I had some real friends too that would help me out in time of need also, but some of the people was there. You know what I mean, like associates and shit. You know what I mean. Just trying, like, you need to stay here, cool, we can stay here. I had people take full advantage of that shit. Like, one dude I let stay in my crib. We fought a few times, actually.
God damn.
Yeah. Like, first time, we fought a few times. Like, I won both times. So, I let this man in my crib again. We chilling. He goes to leave. This nigga stalks the shit out of me and tries to run away. Like he got me, like...
Wait, you fight? So you fighting. Let me get... I'm starting to feel like Charlamagne. So you let this nigga punch you in your crib?
No, I wasn't looking. It's not like, oh, he just hit me. I had my whole face turned. It didn't even register for a few seconds. Like, what the fuck? Next thing I know, this man halfway down the steps and he got me ready to fucking kill somebody now.
Damn, bro.
Like, yeah, like if I'm not, 19, 20, if I'm old enough to carry a gun, like, he's dead for real. Because I would have chased his ass down the street until I caught him and gunned him the fuck down. Because, like, when I get that level of mad, I don't think no more, so...
God damn.
That could be, like, now, today, that could be fucking putting your life in your hands doing some shit like that now.
Nah, I would never, I don't know, like, that's taking it too far being nice.
Yeah, man, like...
I'm sorry, like, if somebody get into a fight, now I'm too old. Yeah, when I was, like, 21, 23, 25, I felt too old to fight.
Exactly.
On some real, I feel like, yo, if we gonna fight, like, why are you even my friend? Like, why are you putting hands on each other?
Exactly, like...
That's not even cool to do that.
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I mean?
it takes a lot to get me want to fight, too, though.
Yeah, like, why are you letting people put you in that?
Exactly. Your words can't make me want to fight. It's your action. If you put hands on me or attempt to put hands on me, that's when it's on.
But, like, why do you think people try to be nice?
I feel like some people might have just a need to be liked or something, or just some people just want to feel like they're a good person. I don't know, man.
I think it's the approval, right? So you want the approval of everyone else.
A lot of people do.
I think it stems from childhood. Like, it's the people who can't take being bullied. You know, kids are just mean.
Exactly.
Oh, everybody kids is mean. Everybody kids is some assholes. If you think your kid's a sweetheart, like, yo, stand, like, watch them and come in the building, watch them in school, and see how they treat other kids. Your kid is a little asshole.
We was all some assholes in middle school.
I mean, I heard it all. I'm like, damn, man, that's crazy that we really was some assholes in middle school. Man. I was surprised. Like, certain stuff I know I would never do now. I would not do because, like,
in middle school,
I will fight somebody. You remember, like, back in the day, like, they used to, like, smack each other's, like, platters out in each other's hands. Like, that's a wild situation.
Yeah, we were smacking each other's necks and shit. Like, oh no, bro, dumb shit.
I don't know. Like, I would probably get into a fight now for that stuff.
Right
like,
now, you knock my food out my hand. Well, it's hell no.
It's a wild situation. Like,
yeah.
what? Oh my God, talking about each other's moms. I don't know. That's some wild stuff.
But I was one of them doing that shit, so I got done to me, but I was also one of them doing that too, though, so...
Yeah, but people can't take that nowadays.
Yeah, we adults now. That shit's, like, out of pocket now.
Yeah, but, like, some people just, they were... So, like, I remember one time, right? They were, like, somebody was, like... I was trying to bully me, and I, like, stepped on their shoes. Like, yo, bro, you wipe my shoes. I was like, fuck no.
Yeah,
but, like, someone else probably have been like, oh, man, it's the cool dude. It's cool. My bad, bro. I got you. I said, no.
Yeah, I'm not wiping your shoe. I'm going to say, sorry, my fault. I'm not wiping your fucking shoe, though. Like,
yeah, like, that's too far. Like, people try to be, like, take advantage of nice people. That's why being nice is really bad. Right. And, like, if you are genuine, I think being genuine is what people want to be seen as.
Exactly.
But being nice is not a good thing. Like, the bold make it, not the nice people. How many bold people like, they living their dreams, they're successful. They said no. Like, a lot of people think focus is what you're saying yes to is also what you said no to.
Exactly. And
for you to say no, you can't be a nice person. You gotta go, no, this is my boundaries.
Right. Bold people that don't mind saying no always seem to make it farther than people who want to please everybody, want to do this for this person, this for this person. You know what I mean? If you don't mind saying no, that's going to get you a lot further in life because you can't drain your own self or your pockets or whatever trying to make somebody else's bigger. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You can grow a victim mindset like, why is it always me? I give so much. It is you because you choose to live that life.
Exactly. You're allowing this to happen. You're doing this and doing whatever for anybody at any time. Like,
what are you doing for you?
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I got some people that if they need something, they need a favor or something. I'll do it. But they're also the same people that's going to give it right back. Not keep asking for more favors while they owe me money. I constantly ask them for more money while they already owe me money. You know what I mean? It's the people that's going to be like, here, he paid me right back. You know what I mean? Next time he needed it, he'd give it back. So I said, yeah.
I'm like, you pay me back, and if you pay me back before I ask you, you get a raise and how much you can borrow.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like a bank, your credit limit go up.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, your credit's up, bro. I got you next time. Listen, you told me you was going to give this to me on Thursday. You gave this to me on Tuesday. I'm going to double your credit now, my man.
Exactly.
Double your credit. And, like, some people have done that for me. I'm not saying everybody's shitty.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, some people are going to take advantage, some people are not. Some people are going to respect your boundaries and how you are and who you are. And some people are going to just hope you be nice.
Exactly.
And, like, let's talk about, like, you deserve premium treatment. All that money you passing out, right? We're not always going to talk about money, but, like, you can use that to invest in yourself, to treat yourself right. When you be too nice, you're literally undercutting yourself for other people who aren't going to, or who are just going to gain. And when they're up there, guess what they're going to say? Yo, you should have made better choices, bro.
Exactly.
And guess what you did? Help them.
Help them right out. And now
you don't want to making the bad choices.
A lot of people get in a better position and don't even want to return the favor for you. Man.
Like, also, when you're not being nice, you start to discover yourself. That's what happened to me. Like, I think 2018, went through, like, a really bad relationship breakup. Something in my mind, I beat up a man. I was, like, I'm a very passive person. I'm like, alright, turn that shit, I'm cool with it. But I had to whoop someone's ass. It was bad. I put him in the hospital.
Ooh.
I had to say, I put in my PTO to stay off of work because I had a corporate job. So I was like, man, they just put me in the wrong mindset.
Right.
And at that point with that breakup, right, I literally grabbed my bags, packed my bags, and went away. Because nobody else in my life is going to get me that mad enough to put my hands on somebody.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, bet. And at that point, I just stopped being nice. I started being myself.
Exactly.
We started saying, yo, Shamar, something about you. Like, you really coming out your shell. You're starting to show more personality. People started to dig it. And it was like, people start to respect you, and you start to respect yourself at the same time. You don't always got to, like, go for respect. You got to respect yourself first before you get the respect. Exactly. And, like, a lot of times, like, people think you got to suck up to people to get respect. You don't.
Nah, not at all. You just got to be yourself, you know what I mean? Discover yourself for real, like.
Yeah,
like once I found out, I discovered myself, I felt like I became, like, way better, you know what I mean? I started to go after what I wanted. Like, it took a little years. I had some down years, I had some up years, but I discovered myself through all that. It's either going to make you or it's going to break you.
Exactly. Like, you really got to, like, put your blinders on and do what's best for you.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like you talking about, like, girls and shit, like, a lot of guys think they gotta simp for these Jones. They gotta simp. They gotta give them what they want.
You don't gotta do that
and then they put themselves in these situations where they lose their integrity, they lose their dignity, just to please somebody. But then the girl leaves them anyway.
Yeah, man.
But at the end of the day, the girl really wanted you at first because you showed strong leadership traits. But now you following her by giving up yourself and being too nice.
Right. Exactly. I felt like I've been through a situation like that myself. Like, I felt like I was way too nice to this one chick, and she just kept going and going and going. But once that ended, I was like, never again. I'm not being, because I felt like I played myself more than she played me.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
So after that, I started just being me. I mean, and then once I met the mother of my children, she met the real me. So she liked that. It wasn't like I'm not sipping for her. I'm just talking to her, and we clicked just like that. Like, we met each other like a little before Thanksgiving, and then we was in a whole relationship like 2 weeks later because, like, it just happened like that. She just met me in the click. You know what I mean? We vibed. She met the real me. I feel like she was one of the only girls that actually really meet the real me. Even
at, like, the corporate office, like, bro, I'll be honest, like, I feel like some black people and some minorities can't be themselves in the corporate office.
Oh, no, they don't.
And you're tired mentally because you're focused all day on not being yourself. So can you imagine just living a whole life like that with somebody?
Not at all. Like, I feel like black people in the corporate office definitely don't want to be themselves. They want to be their version, or they want to be the version of what they think corporate America wants them to be.
Exactly. And they ain't got it's rough, like, you know what I mean? But, like, on the other end, like, you do get them pressures. And, like, also, like, discovering yourself And stop being nice will like literally create better relationships. Like
exactly.
All right, if your boss know that's you, people gonna know what spots and things better suit you. Like what circumstances. Like I'm like, all right, Rodney, you work better in this situation. I'm gonna put you in that situation. I'm gonna give you this play because I know that's what fits you. But if you fraud the whole time and you finally get in that spot, you might fold. Yeah. Or like better relationships as in like people know what to expect from you now.
Right.
And you don't feel so stiff. You don't feel so tight. Like I remember I was being myself for a long time. I just felt so tight all the time. I just felt like I felt so fragile and I couldn't bend while breaking. You know what I mean? But now I feel like, I guess like formless, being myself. Like I can go in any environment and just thrive.
Right, exactly. I used to feel like that too. So I feel like I come out of my shell a lot more since I started being myself too. Like, you remember like the beginning of middle school, I was like I was quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As time goes by, I'm start talking, joking around with people. I feel like I was more introverted, but now I feel comfortable in most situations now. Like it takes a little while. Once I get it, I feel like it takes less time to get adjusted to situations and make myself more comfortable. Yeah, usually I used to be able to sit there and just be quiet the whole time, but now I can start conversation. I can keep the conversation going. I can even carry conversation others sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I was just, if you know what I mean, I would be sitting there not saying nothing. But now I feel like I'm more like myself. I feel I'm still kind of introverted a little bit, but I feel better now, though. If that makes sense.
I see what you're saying, man. Like, because you feel more welcome. Like when you gotta be someone else, like you gotta be careful. You feel tight. Right. You know what I mean? Your body language shows it. Your heart rate shows it. You stiff as hell. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but when you be yourself, you just chilling, legs free, back up straight a little bit. You know, like recline, chilling.
Exactly.
And it is what it is. Like, well, like not being yourself creates like a life of burdens. You start to feel like life itself becomes a burden because you never will become a true self. You know what I mean? Like they say, a lot of people don't ever become their true self because like they die with the music in them. You ever heard of that? Yeah. I just dropped the whole mouse, but oh well. But with that being said, like they die with the music in them and their dreams in them because it's just been too nice the whole time. They literally could have lived the dreams they wanted. Exactly. But they wanted to be approved by society, what society wants.
Right, like if you got aspirations of being a rapper, try it. You know what I mean? I've done that. I've been through that myself. You know what I mean? I always want to try stand up, but people are like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you trying to be a rapper?
No, not a rapper. I mean, I can rap a little bit, but I've never wanted to be a rapper.
Hey, I'm about to say, man.
If I did, I would try it though. If I did, I would feel comfortable to try it because society's looking at you. Oh, you got a pipe dream. You don't want to. You're not gonna make it as this. You need to do something that's more sustainable, that's more stable than trying to live out your dreams. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Like society makes it seem like if you ain't got a full-time job, you haven't been in school, you're gonna be a loser.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like mainstream society really makes you feel like you gotta listen to that teacher. You know what's crazy? I still remember this. Teachers just be careful what you tell your kids. All right, I remember I was in third grade, right? Mm-hmm. We did, you do like the little career fair, and I was like, oh, all right, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they were like, I said, oh, man, I want to be a comedian, entertainer. And the teacher said, oh, they don't make that much. You don't want to be a scientist? I said, I guess I'll try to be a scientist. Right. But I didn't want to be no scientist. Really? Like, you literally just killed a whole child's dreams. And guess what made more now?
A comedian, entertainer. Like, what? First of all,
broke ass motherfucking teacher.
A scientist is so broad. That's different. Like, what the fuck science is looks like?
Yeah, like you just wanted to do what sounded good.
Exactly.
And you wanted me to do what pretty much sounded good.
Exactly.
Instead of what made me happy. Like, honestly, like, what kind of lifestyle you want to live is a better question. Because I'd rather live that lifestyle where I can be myself.
Right. Like, when I graduated high school, I was getting ready to go to culinary school. And I like cooking a little bit, but that wasn't really something I was going to put my all into. It wasn't a passion at all. I was just doing it because it was something to do. Because I'm done high school, now I got to do something else. But the more setbacks that happen with that, I realize I'd rather just work or whatever until I figure it out. And then then you can really do what you want to do. Like, I was about to spend all this time, effort, money into doing something I really wasn't going to care about. You know what I mean?
Damn. You right, and like, you was going to be miserable in that career.
Yeah.
And like, every day living miserable ain't right. Like, you get home, when you miserable at work, you come home, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
You waste a whole day.
Exactly. You drain, completely drained. You know what I mean?
It's not the life to live.
Not at all.
And like, that's just comes from being too nice.
Right. I'm super glad I figured that out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. It's not like I was being pressured, so it's more society just saying, oh, you get done high school, you gotta go to college, you gotta do something. So I kind of figured I didn't really want to go to college like that, but I was going to do this as a replacement. But then I realized, like, I'm not that into this for real. Like, I was going to waste 2 whole years of my life. Lord knows how much money, student loans and all that. I'd be in debt. For what?
For some misery?
Yeah.
But, like, why were you trying to do that?
I felt like this was something I was supposed to do since, like, I'm out of school. I got to continue schooling. Or something. I mean, a lot of people will have you believe that working for a little while is a bad thing. Or you're just going to be stuck doing this. You're not going to get a real job. You're not going to be able to make no real money doing whatever, like, unless you go to college. And that's not the case at all. I've worked plenty of regular jobs where people with degrees doing the same thing as me, making the same money as me. Only difference is they're in debt and I'm not.
That's true. Like, yo, some of these colleges make you pay like $600 to $800 a month.
Easy.
Something like $300, but that's like not many of them. But like, going back on like self-development, right? Like, being too nice will stunt your self-development. Because you seen what you just did. You literally said, yo, I want to do this because I feel as though I have to. If you would have literally said, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, and this is and just did what you wanted to do, you would have developed into the person who did what you want to do. Like, you would have been like, yo, I feel like traveling. Alright, how do I travel? I need to get this money up.
Right.
And how do I get this money up? I need to do this. Alright, that's not enough. Well, I need to learn some skills to make more money. Right. Now you need to travel. And now you're going to figure out how can you travel more often? And like, that's why it's so important to like keep self-development, because you're going to just figure it out. It's always good to figure it out. Right. But if you're being too nice, you're holding yourself back, you will never figure it out, because you're going to just do what's appropriate. Right. And what's normal.
Not to discourage people from going to school. A lot of people want to school. You go to school, you know what you want to do in school, go ahead and go to school. But if you don't want to, like, I've been advised by a few people, like, if you don't know what you're going to school for, don't waste your time going to school. You're wasting money and time to figure it out. Going to school just to go to school. You have like a general studies major the whole time. Like, you never figure out what you want to do in school. That's a waste of money, effort, all kinds of things. Like, now you're in debt for 20 years for you because you went to go to school for nothing.
That's true. You hate your job.
Yeah.
And I know a couple people who went to like the really, really good schools and just went because their parents told them to go. Right. And they did the easiest thing possible, got a liberal arts degree. Right. And then they don't really get a job they can go to.
Yeah, like, now what?
The last thing about like not being nice is this, right? It helps your self-esteem. If you feel like you can stand on your own, like with integrity, being yourself, and live on your own mentally, physically, financially, all that stuff, you just feel like a much better person.
Exactly. I feel a lot better not being so nice.
Like, you're not trying to please no one but yourself.
No, like, I got kids to take care of, I got me to take care of. Now, it's all about them and me. Like, my kid's mother says all the time, like, you're not nice. Like, I'm nice to you.
There you go.
It's come from a genuine place.
Like, because you're choosing to be nice.
Yeah, like, I'm genuinely nice to you. I'm not trying to force it. I mean, you don't get forced niceness. You get me for real. Like, you get the nice version of me, just me, from wanting to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a pleasure being nice to you.
Exactly.
But
other people will take the fake niceness and be cool with that, and when you're really just like dying inside, or you know what I mean? You don't feel like you're.
You're like, oh man, I just don't want to make this person mad.
Exactly, yeah, man.
You know, I say screw that person. I'm like, man, fuck this person, bro. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got out of that, man. Like, no more. I'm not trying to let nobody else take advantage of me or about nothing. So all the people I have in my circle were like genuine. They know they get the real me. They get all the fake shit is gone. Everybody that's left now, I feel like they encourage me. They appreciate it more. They know there's boundaries. They know that sometimes I don't have it. Sometimes I have to say no. And you know what I mean? I said to people, oh man, fuck you, nigga.
Listen, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our drink reviews. Check out Playing Games. It's a spoof dating show on YouTube. Right now, it's hilarious. It's a great time. You get to see our cast of gals asking outrageous questions to me, and you just see a darker side of the humor. It's great. But check it out on YouTube. Check out our website, mediumghettopodcast.com. Hit the mic and leave us a voice message, and we will respond.
Subscribe, man.
Subscribe. Peace out.